What's up guys? So in this video we're going to be taking off this rear bumper and trying to repair it. We're going to see if we can save some money by fixing it ourselves. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so basically what's going on with this bumper is, as you can see, there's a pretty big dent in the back here. So we're gonna see if we can get that out and plastic weld the crack shut and maybe fix this light too. I think the bracket's broken. So we're gonna see how to get this bumper off. I think we gotta remove these tail lights first and then probably just some screws or clips on the side. So first step is let's get to taking off these tail lights and then we'll see how it's connected underneath. So the tail light also has two clips on the back. So we got this one off. When you're taking it off, remember to slide it out to the side to get it off. Two little clips. I broke this clip, but it's okay because I took this one off on purpose. I already have a replacement tail light because this one's cracked. So on the next side I know to pull to the side instead of up. That way you don't break these clips. So after you get it unbolted, straight out to the side. Alright, so now that I got that off, it looks like there's a bolt here and a bolt right there. So I'm going to take those two off and then we'll go searching for some more bolts. Alright, now that those two are off, there's a bolt right in this fender well. I don't know if you can really see it because it's kind of dark in here, but there's a bolt that connects it to the rear quarter panel. So there's a 110mm here, and you're supposed to have some mud flaps down here, or mud guards, and those are just 3 little screws. I think this one I have somewhere, but it just fell off. So I'm gonna take off this and then those on the other side, and we'll get to the next part. Alright, so I pulled on this and it partially came out, but I think there might be some more screws in here, so we're gonna jack it up and take the wheel off and see what's behind this little plastic panel here. Probably a few more screws, so let's go ahead and jack this up and then we'll see what's under there. Alright, so now that that's off, we're gonna go ahead and get these 3 little clips here. Take off this plastic panel and then see what's behind that. Alright, so after I got that off, I found another 10mm bolt that holds the rear bumper on. So I'm going to take that one off. So now I'm going to take off the bolt on this side, which is underneath this. So I'm going to have to take off these 2 screws, and then there's another screw in the bottom of this mud guard. So once I get those off, I could get access to the bottom bolt on the bumper. Alright, so now we got our bumper over here. We're going to try hitting this with the heat gun and try to push this back out. And after that, we will try to plastic weld this crack closed. And then if we have to, we'll use some Bondo or body filler to do that. And then we're also going to plastic weld this bracket for this light back on so it's not flopping anymore. And we're going to clean off these lights because it looks like somebody painted straight over them. So we're going to clean those up. But first things first is hitting this with the heat gun and trying to pop it back out. Alright, so now that I got the dent more pushed out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to plastic weld this crack closed, and then we'll try to do a little bit more forming of the bumper and see what happens. Alright guys, so now that we have the bumper all sanded down, we're going to try using this bumper repair kit. It's a Bondo bumper repair kit. Instead of using a whole thing of Bondo, we're still going to try that later on with the bodywork, but since this is just a little job, we're going to try using this bumper repair kit on this little crack right here. Alright guys, so I let that Bondo dry. It's supposed to only take like 30 minutes, but I was working around the garage and after about an hour it seemed still kind of wet, so I just let it sit for a couple of days because I got distracted, but now it seems pretty solid. So we're going to go ahead and sand it and see what it turns out like. Alright guys, so I got her all sanded and filled in. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and primer it and then we'll show you what it looks like. I don't have paint, so we're just going to primer it for now. Hopefully it looks somewhat decent. So let's get to it. There we go guys, we got the bumper all primered. Looks a lot better. Still doesn't, it's not perfect. It was my first time doing body work, but in person it looks pretty damn good. You can barely tell something happened to it, and it's way better than it was before. Alright bros, there we go. We got the bumper all fixed up and it's ready for some wrap. Once we get to that point, we still got a few other things to do before we start wrapping it. I messed with it a little bit more because I noticed on the footage you could see a bump in the bumper still. So I got that all smoothed out. It looks perfect now, the whole bumper. All those lines that you could see were just the paint not dry yet. So once it finished drying, it's all smoothed out now. I'll show you guys. So as you can see, she's all ready to go, looking good. So we're ready for the next step. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. I put new content out every Friday and Saturday, depending on my work schedule. I work full time, so I just do this YouTube stuff on the side. But until next time, you guys have a good one.